This view is worth a lot.
What's up, kid?
I'm leaving dreaming.
These have been our favorites by far, right? No?
This one crazy, but
I want to clarify that investing on the island, even though you see those prices that you won't find on any other Caribbean island, it also comes with a series of risks, or rather a series of considerations that you have to take into account before deciding to make the investment. And the cost of this apartment for its 65 square meters is good morning. How are those wild travelers? Good morning to us. I don't know what time you're watching us from the comfort of your homes, offices, or workplaces.
we're still here in Margarita, and today we have a special mission.
And that's to find affordable apartments. The truth is, we were reviewing all the videos we've made for you about this island, and we already have a video about the best beaches in Margarita. One about Cocho, one about Cubagua, one about the prices on the island, and even on this last trip to the Pearl of the Caribbean, we documented the prices and different lodging options we've been using. So one of the videos people requested the most is it good to invest in Margarita? Are there investment opportunities in Margarita? How are real estate prices in Margarita? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today.
Personally, I dream of having a little house here in Margarita. I think it would be the perfect place to retire. I know that's still a long way off, but in the meantime, it could be the perfect vacation home. And another great option is to rent it out during the months when more tourists come. Honestly, there are so many places and options, and having one more is never bad. So maybe we'll come up with something ourselves.
Me.
I dream about it. Emmanuel doesn't think that way, but it doesn't matter. We'll see what happens.
Yes, it's true, but be careful. Everything depends on the price. The price in Margarita is crucial for buying. And well, we called a real estate agent that you'll meet soon. We told her to show us different types of apartments, from some very affordable ones to others that might require less remodeling but are pretty much ready to rent. And we're also going to show them to you because we're not stingy, because we don't want to. We also can't, buy. To the whole island, obviously. So if you guys are interested, it would really warm our hearts. It would make us very happy if more people invested in the recovery of this spectacular island, which truly has it all. We're passing Sanville, one of the island's largest shopping centers. But yesterday they opened the second part of La Vela, and we just passed by there. It was super luxurious.
It's not just about investing money in the island, but also time and love, because it's wonderful. It's wonderful to vacation here, and when people come, they fill this place with joy. And there are lots of tourists. They fill the restaurants, they fill the hotels, they fill the inns, they fill the amusement parks. And obviously that's abundance for everyone. So it's not just monetary, but also spiritual, emotional, experiential, everything. And personally, I'm really passionate about seeing houses, so let's have some fun. Love, I think this meeting point is a secret message for you. Is a barbershop saying something?
Yes, the real estate agent said we should meet. She sent me the location on Global Positioning System, and it says best barbershop and chill.
I think these are signs from destiny.
Do you guys think you need it?
Yes.
Wait, if it goes over 5 minutes, ask me for a break.
And beard, please.
Oh no, look, I'm already there. It's over there.
Look.
Meet Mrs. Alicia. Hello.
How are you? How exciting! I'm with the crazy ones. We're excited.
Mrs. Alicia, how long have you been working in real estate here on the island?
I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've lived on the island for 23 years, and I've spent about 22 of those working in real estate.
What's it like living here on the island?
It's wonderful. The island, well, aside from the obvious, the weather, the natural wonders you get to experience. And you think, wow, I'm always surprised and amazed. It has something inexplicable. Besides, this is a small migration, you know? Here we already see people from Caracas, Valera, Valencia, from all over Venezuela. So, because it's a small migration, we're really friendly here, you know? Very friendly. We're like a family because everyone is here. When you emigrate, do you lack something? Did you leave something behind? Of course. So that replaces it, and that makes all of us friendly, that we help each other, and well, everything is close by, you know? Besides, that's important, right? Yeah, that time is enough, which also makes the island rich and diverse.
Yes. And I feel like time slows down here, like everyone takes things more calmly. Totally. Life is taken more relaxed.
You come from Caracas like at 1,000 miles an hour? We dream?
Running.
And
And suddenly you see people driving at 30. Yeah, well, I'd rather walk.
Actually, we people from Karate have to go down the 7 when we arrive. Yes?
No.
2. It happened to me. I mean, I remember an experience. I walked into a bakery and, the Karateño rush, and I said, "Good morning." And they were telling their story. After he finished talking, he asked me, "Well, what do you want?" And But that's just part of it. No.
Nothing. I ended up gossiping because I'm already here, involved in something.
Yes, you get caught up in the gossip.
But yes, 100% we've noticed that, and that's something you enjoy too.
Because I feel like a lot of the stress and anxiety nowadays comes from living so fast, always wanting more and looking for more. Everything becomes simpler, and the essentials in life are simple too. I know this sounds hippie, and that's not why we're here, but I wanted to add that. Now let's continue, and we'll keep recording when we get to the first property.
look, we've arrived at the first building, and before going up to the apartment, I want to highlight the social areas. Check out this spectacular pool with an ocean view. We are on what is the extension of Aldonza Manrique Avenue. Just a few meters away, we have the containers. It's a really cool gastronomic proposal where there are more than 8 or 10 different types of restaurants, so it's within walking distance. And usually when you came to the island, you wanted to be close to Pampatar. So in the morning, you could go to the beaches, and then at night, be close to places like San Vilo, the shopping centers, restaurants, and so on. So this is something that's really valued on the island, which is keeping the social areas maintained, because honestly, that's what has been hit the hardest and most neglected. Because of the water issue, the electricity issue, and even the condos themselves, since many apartments have been abandoned and the tenants don't pay, it's hard to keep it maintained. This, believe it or not, is actually a pretty old building. They told us it's from around the 1980s, but it's in an area that has really increased in value over time. In fact, there are some pretty luxurious and much more expensive properties right across the street, and we'll see if we get to know any of them too. Look at this beauty. I mean, how ingenious were they? How futuristic when they built this building? The elevator has glass walls. I don't know if it's glass or crystal, and you can see everything out there. I think it's spectacular. Look, here we are entering the first property. This one costs $38,000. The kitchen is remodeled and the fridge looks really nice. The living room could use a little love. Let's see if that's the case. Let's check out the view. First, let's see the view. View of the ocean, the social areas, and other buildings. How are you, kids?
I think this building was built in the 80s.
And since
Edna was telling you about it, it's very nice.
Many things still feel relevant, and the palm trees add a spectacular touch.
Let's keep exploring it.
Let's see. The rooms, well, look, it's an open concept room, a super large king bed.
Here's the other bathroom, I think.
And over here, there's like a laundry room, air conditioners, and the bathroom.
Bathroom? Everything needs to be remodeled, no doubt.
Well, let's see. Does it have just one room, this apartment? Does it have 2? Oh, it has 2? And down here. Does it have another room? Well, there's not much light, but you can see here. Here's the other room, and here's the bathroom.
So the architecture is pretty unique, right?
Yes, the layout of the apartment is.
If guests visit, they have to use a bathroom in one of the bedrooms, for example.
Of course, of course. So, would this bathroom serve both the living room and bedroom?
I mean, it's all mixed together. I mean, living room, kitchen, everything together. But for example, this bedroom doesn't have a window. I'm not sure what will happen with the closet here since it's so small.
Uh-huh, the closet is back there in the living room. Yeah, it's small and it doesn't have a door either.
We were talking the other day with someone and they said, on what Caribbean island can you find prices like this? I mean, on what Caribbean island can you buy an apartment for $38,000 with an ocean view? In a good area? There are only a few, so keep that in mind.
No, I really feel like this is an investment opportunity. Obviously, it has a lot of potential, It needs remodeling, but with renovations, what will the building cost you? The apartment?
Not the building. We're already at the second property. It's very close to the previous one. And this one, unlike the other, is in the middle of remodeling, which is a plus because, well, they're fixing up the whole facade. If you buy an apartment like this, much of the remodeling investment has already been made by the owner. So you would have to pay a much smaller fee and you would have a renovated building. Yeah, very close to the sea. In fact, the sea is right behind these buildings. We still don't know if you can see the sea from the apartment, but it's very close. What? Is the beach a 3-minute walk away? They also told us that over there's a really cool beach club where they have beach tennis courts. And if you like to play that sport, then you'll appreciate the social area even more. There are 2 small pools. One is in perfect condition, but the other has no water for some reason. But look, I'll show you them up close. And back there are some little cabins that are also for sale and can be rented during high season. This pool is in good condition. There are some parts missing tires. This one, look, isn't working. And we're going to go see the cabin.
Look, this is a little cabin. It's pretty small, very simple. It used to be rented out as a vacation spot. I mean, just for the season, and it's worth $17,000. Do you know why I said used to? How many square meters do you think it has?
It's approximately 38.
Square meters. It's definitely a studio. A simple little electric kitchen and it's bed, air conditioning, and a room. It's more just for sleeping. If you come to Margarita and you like it, well, explore the island. Go out and get to know it. Come back and sleep with your partner. I believe it's for up to 2 people. And this little cabin still costs $17,000. Still here, still in the same Aldonza Manrica.
Ideal for Airbnb, is it?
Ideal for Airbnb because they're
Remodeling won't take you much square footage. You're in the middle of life. Happy? You have the down camp, you have the pool, and the building is being fully remodeled. That's a plus for everyone.
Of course. And we're also going to see an apartment in the same building. Yes,
Penthouse.
Also, to remodel.
all right. Shall we go see how it is?
They call and say, oh yes, there was a $10,000 apartment, but where? I mean, they exist, but we take them where? So they expect 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, ocean view, and well, who's out partying with Hielito?
We have
That we have to give value to things, yes. The same applies to its Bahia owner. I paid $80,000 at the time.
how much is an apartment now, Bahia? 1.
An apartment right now can cost $50 if you're lucky.
Almost half.
But it's still 50. Are you going to give us your property for free?
Exactly.
Ocean view, pool area, infinity pool, beach, exclusive food service just for the building. You have a gym, you have a park, you have a tennis court. Wow.
And you're in the Caribbean,
In the Caribbean, which enjoys great year-round weather,
The beach is wonderful. Well,
And you can enjoy the beach because the complex even offers umbrellas and chairs right on the shore.
and not just the Caribbean, because besides the Caribbean, we're in a cyclone-free zone, free from tsunamis and all those tropical storms that affect other islands.
La Valle favors the possession.
Es Virgen del Valle shields nuestra island.
Valita is beautiful and there's still much to build. Look.
Wow.
Those townhouses over there are beautiful.
Excuse me, go ahead, excuse me.
What happens is that the owners leave the apartments closed. They can't come anymore.
Sure, the apartment owner liked the little boats.
They're super cute, right?
What's the price of this apartment? Is it 45 and does it have 2 bedrooms? 91 square meters, 2 bedrooms. Let's take a little tour. Well, as you can see, wow.
It has big windows, they look beautiful.
Yes, large windows, ocean view.
Praying that they don't turn this into another building, but into a beach club.
Exactly, so it keeps the view?
Exactly.
Even so, is the view between the buildings agreed on and guaranteed? Oh, yes, yes. This land is municipal. Oh, well, look, the view is guaranteed because this land is municipal, so nothing will be built here.
Okay, it's pretty big. Let's see.
Let's start with this room. It's very spacious.
You can fit 4 people here.
Single beds?
With beds below?
If you open one, you can't open the other.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I mean, we make up our minds here.
Either we open one or we open the other.
But at least you have, well, you could have 3 single beds if you open it. Exactly. It has its closet.
Honey, we've slept in these single beds, you know? Well, but so can 6 people fit?
For an Airbnb owner, it's never good business to have more people than what you charge for.
Look, a family that has 5 children, well, 1 child on the floor and 2 children per bed, that's not right. Love?
Literally, we rested. Yeah.
Triple bunk beds, exactly.
Triple bunk beds?
If 3 fit, 6 fit.
Huh?
Here's a little bathroom, yes. And over here you have
The bedroom,
main.
like to put the tools, and this is the main bedroom. Without
No doubt it needs a lot of remodeling work. I think we would have to,
do it. This seems like what's it called? Leakage?
I don't know.
If I could fix a leak, but well, they're fixing the facade, so I guess that's going to be solved.
Look, and there's another bathroom. Another bathroom in the master bedroom. This is
Really big. I love this furniture. It's very old and some may find it outdated, but I still love it.
I love it. Sir, sell me the furniture.
$45,000 this property. You can figure out for yourselves how much you need to invest.
Hold on, but this is huge.
Look, this really seems very old.
It even smells.
It smells like it hasn't been used in a long time, but it's this pool.
Jacuzzi, okay?
What is this pool? Can you explain? I want to see the view from here. The editing.
Look at this one.
I wasn't expecting this. In this one?
Both parents and the 6 kids we said would fall in the edit, fall into the jacuzzi.
What's the pool for? 8.
People,
The new flat screen from Teochiva.
what is this? Look, this was the water tank of the apartment owner.
Wow, tank after tank. But here, a water tank fits perfectly.
Yes, of course, exactly. It's just that, well,
Honestly, this apartment has a lot of potential. A lot of potential.
Just with these big windows.
I mean, for me, when the structure is good, or for example, in this case, when they're remodeling it, everything else is up to your taste.
There are things that are non-negotiable,
exactly.
and I'll talk to you about that later. Point by point, yes. So that the
Keys to getting a good property.
Absolutely, especially those foreigners or Venezuelans who are abroad, redundancy intended.
I know they want to invest here, as many are interested in investing for retirement, vacations, or other reasons. They need to know the keys to investing here. I see them making mistakes, especially after they've bought.
And a question, are more Venezuelans or foreigners currently buying?
Yes, for example,
It's always more Venezuelans, but
Right now, there's a wave of foreigners.
Yes.
It has renewed.
that part, yes, 20 years ago. I've been here since I started with Century 21, just like Alicia. Yes, there was a lot of foreign investment, a lot. There weren't that many. But now there are requirements. You need documents to control investments so that they're not illegal. Exactly, but it has caused a bit of disinvestment from foreign investors. Of course. Now things are starting up again and picking up.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but I had heard that for a foreigner to invest in a property, they needed to have a Venezuelan partner, a Venezuelan spouse, or something like that.
Yes, that's how it is now. That's why.
That's how it is now. That's it.
It's now with new requirements. Of course, you have to have the investor visa. You have to have a permit from SODINE, which are the authorities of, because this is a border zone. And also a registration with Servicio Autónomo de Registros y Notarías, which is a state institute.
Yes, we have. We're also seeing that there are many
Venezuelans who are abroad who say, like, what am I supposed to do with $30,000? I want to invest in Margarita. It's one of the Caribbean's most spectacular islands. Yes, and well, the main thing is that they look for an advisor they trust, because that's a trustworthy advisor. It's like when you're learning English and they say you have to think in English. That's just how it is, right? First, it's about building trust with the advisor.
Or with the teacher in the case of English, exactly, or
I mean, building trust, establishing what is negotiable and what is not negotiable. That advisor should educate you because you are no longer on the island. You have to get to know the island through their eyes. So that trust is extremely important. It's fundamental.
well, now we want to hear all those points. Look, to wrap up, this is a children's area that they're also working on, and they're revealing the barbecue area. Over here, you can see that they're building. And we're going to see the penthouse also in this building, but the owners arrived a little late, and honestly, we're in a hurry. Actually, we even feel a bit embarrassed. But there are still many properties left to show you, so you can see the different options you can find on the island. And again, if you later see that there's an investment opportunity or you feel encouraged, we'll leave the advisor's contact information down below. And then you can get in touch, give them the specifications of the properties you're looking for, and they'll send you specific options. If you reach this point and feel offended, we're sorry. We meant no harm, we're just in a hurry. Now we've come to Bahia Dorada, one of the most famous buildings in all of Pampatar, because this looks more like a hotel or a beach club than just a building. Here you can see an infinity edge pool, but it also has a little restaurant inside the building which is open all the time and has umbrellas and lounge chairs that they set up for you on the beach. It's completely included with your stay, whether you buy an apartment and become an owner, or if you rent it for the season or for vacations, they'll give you a wristband. But it also has a sauna, bathrooms, a steam room, a gym, a tennis court, and a lot more amenities. So that literally you won't want to leave, or at least if you don't want to go out, you'll have everything to do, to eat, and to enjoy here inside the building. We're going to show you an apartment in this building and the prices, which are obviously higher than the rest of the properties. But the advisors were telling us that this is one of the best condominiums on the entire island. From what we've seen, it's very well maintained. Alright, this is a small studio apartment. It has 45 square meters. And the cost per night is $60 in the low season and $90 in the high season. You might find it cheap or expensive, like you decide, but what it really is a good investment opportunity, because a studio at $90, honestly, I would say that it gives a very good return. An apartment of approximately these dimensions here pays a condo fee between $50 and $80 a month. Look, they have an integrated bed. It's 100% studio type and the view is spectacular, just like I showed you from another one of the apartments. This one is not for sale. It's only for rent. I'll show you the bathroom now. And the owner tells us that during high seasons, it's 100% rented, like during Carnival, Holy Week, December, and then during the low seasons, it rotates. That's why the price drops by almost 40% compared to the high season rate. So, without further ado, let's go check out one that's for sale to see if you feel like investing here in the Pearl of the Caribbean.
Welcome to this beautiful property. It has 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms with this open concept kitchen and living room. And for me, what truly gives this apartment its real value, without a doubt, it's the balcony. How beautiful, what a privilege to wake up and have this view. Wow.
Wow. This apartment is already completely ready, remodeled. Well, you can see it.
Some small details still need fixing, like this piece of furniture, since I'm very detail oriented.
This piece of furniture is broken, but here,
This other one. But those are just details. Almost everything is ready, it tastes great, and the kitchen looks nice. Look over here. It has a tank, although they told us that there's running water here because there's a deep well. And a machine.
reverse osmosis system. So there's always
There's water, but you still have your tank just in case and your washer dryer. It has 2 bathrooms because if someone comes to visit, let's say you came for a long vacation, you're here for a month. Do you want to have a dinner here in the apartment? And the person won't have to use your bathroom but can come?
And use the guest bathroom, which is super spacious.
right? Besides, that piece of furniture over there makes me think it's a sofa bed. I'm not sure.
But
What if you couldn't fit a sofa bed there? If it's a close family, they could sleep there. Here is the main bedroom, which has only one room, as I mentioned, little girl. And the cost of this apartment for its 65 square meters is $95,000. This one does have a higher price than all the ones we've seen, but there's something that has no price, or rather, you give it its value, and that's time. So, there may be people who don't have time to remodel, who don't have time to come to the island to be making repairs. They just want to come and enjoy, or even invest and then rent it out immediately.
And the amenities of a building with a good condominium, where all the areas are well maintained and beautiful.
you can be anywhere in the world and feel at ease, knowing your building is in top condition. Being right by the sea, maintaining it must be demanding. But you look out and see the pool spotless, everything working. It even has its own kind of restaurant. So if you want to come and relax that weekend, you escape from Caracas, you don't even have to cook. No, this is great. You're paying for the comfort. Exactly.
And listen, they also told us
That
in this building, similar sized apartments cost about $20,000 or $25,000 less, around $70,000 or $75,000. But obviously, you have to do the renovations. Of course, you're not going to spend $20,000 on a renovation if you are really careful with the budget.
It's up to you, but you'll do it to your liking.
Exactly. You'll do it to your liking. But obviously, there are those who don't have the time, and that's where the price factor comes in.
I swear I love these kinds of videos. I know it's not really related to travel, but I love it because I love to be curious. And every time I go to a new country, I say, I could live here.
Valerie could live anywhere except in one country.
Senegal, generally in Margarita, I could live. And if not live, at least spend 6 months relaxing here with this spectacular view. Let's keep going. There are more properties to see. This one's beautiful. And if I like one, I won't show you. It's mine.
We're turning on the lights in the house now, just like Alicia said. This one is on the first floor, and you can go straight out to a spectacular terrace that no other type of studio in this building has. Look, here's the little bed. Look, here's the little television stand. And over there is the integrated kitchen. It's small, but even if you didn't want to remodel it, it's livable. I mean, it's not like it's destroyed or anything. It's simple, but it's also really nice. Here's the entrance. Now we're going to the terrace.
The kitchen, which
Is one of the most impressive.
strongest impacts in a renovation, is completely...
Ready, well ready.
Look, this has a storage closet here, which is very convenient. They also made a little closet. I'm looking over here. The bathroom is in good condition.
Yes. I mean, they're just little details maybe. Or whoever wants to remodel it can do so, but again, it's livable and
This possibility of making an area here, some furniture, right? You know, there are even some types of hammocks that don't need to be hung up. They already have their own structure. You're here, Divine?
it's just that, look, is this from the one next door? Yeah.
This is yours, L.
There's a little tomb and another one over there. Look, that one even has a small grill or something like that.
Got the biggest space.
Yeah, he got the best spot. But look, they have this little terrace here. They also put some furniture here. Look, they made some chairs there. Well, this is luxurious, really luxurious, spectacular.
Maybe my voice got into your explanation. Sorry about that. We have microphones there and sometimes need to turn them off or hide them.
Look at this beauty.
The social areas, the little beach right there, $50,000. This 45 square meter apartment is about $1,100 per square meter. And well, you can do the math on what you could do to remodel it, to improve it, to invest extra. This building has way too many properties. I mean, this is just our love for Margarita Island. So that those of you watching this video are encouraged to invest to help improve, let's say, the island's economy. We want to show various areas to encourage people with different tastes.
We also hope to become investors in the future, not only with money, but with love for the island.
But of course, if we were investors, we wouldn't need to show you this. It's just that obviously we would like you to do it too. Look, down there you can see the gym. And wow, look, those are like little cabins that are also in these buildings. Look at that amazing grill over there. We're here spying on the other apartments, forgive us. But if you have a barbecue over there, invite us. Look, all of this is the building's lobby. In fact, the entrance is kind of like a hotel. I mean, look here so cars can drive around in a circle. Besides the parking lot and the tennis courts, over here is the gym. You need to ask for a key since it's locked, but they say it's also a Wi-Fi area. It's crazy what they have here. Look over here. You can get to the gym this way. You can see a little bit of it there. We've already left Bahia Dorada, and right now we're on our way to Playa del Agua to see the next properties. But I want to make it clear that investing on the island, even though you see those prices, which again, you won't find on any other Caribbean island, it also comes with a series of risks, or rather a series of considerations that you have to take into account before deciding to invest. And who better than Alicia, who has more than 20 years in the real estate sector, to give you all those pieces of advice, all those tips when it comes to deciding to invest on Margarita Island.
I'm going to talk to you about, for me, the essential things that we have to take into account when you want to invest on the island, especially when you're off the island. And in order of importance, number 1, find a good real estate agent and marry that real estate agent. You can see any property from any real estate agency with that agent. But what's the importance of having that agent? You can connect with him, you can tell him about your needs, and he can educate you. I mean, there's that relationship that develops, which won't happen if you start calling a lot of people. That's one thing. Second, take the location into account. That's the most important thing. Why? Because it can't be changed. Number 3, Ella. And the location, the condition of the building or the residential complex, what condition is it in? Find out about that, because right now there are a lot of properties in residential complexes that are being renovated. Ask about the condominium, if there are special fees, if there's a project to fix the pool, if it's not working, if there's a project to fix the facade, all of that. Why? Because that's not included either. That can be changed, but it costs a lot. And finally, the order of importance, even if you don't believe it, it's the apartment, because the apartment can be remodeled, it can be made to your liking, and if the price allows it, then it's still a good investment. So, because I see that many people fall in love with an apartment, especially I've seen people who buy from abroad and they fell in love with an apartment. When they arrived and saw it, oh my God, but I don't like what's next to it, or I don't like what's around, I don't have anything accessible, or the elevator doesn't work. So all those things you have to discuss with the advisor. Ask the advisor to make videos for you, to show you the area, to tell you about it, to ask them about the condominium. The advisor should sell you the island. They should know everything about the island. That's my recommendation.
Alicia, and how can they get in touch with you?
Through my social media?
We were talking about the importance of a real estate advisor because we had a bit of a bad experience with one. Turns out, as you said, some people call themselves real estate advisors without even a year of experience. They have no idea what they're selling. What matters to them is simply their own money, how much they're going to make by selling this property. And that's it. And the relationship you have to have, that exchange of this is what I want. And the advice like, look, I don't recommend that area. I find that very valuable.
It's just that Valeria and I, as your advisor, I have to understand that I'm making a purchase for you. I'm advising you. In what way? I have to understand your needs. I need to know if they're real or not. In what sense? Like when you suddenly tell me you need 2 bedrooms, but then I realize it's for a vacation, and I show you something with 1 bedroom plus a convertible and it works for you. That only happens by talking with you, by listening to you. I can tell you this isn't a necessity, this is more important, all those things. I mean, I have to advise you. I can't just sell to you. I have to advise you. And there's a very big difference in concept, no doubt.
Well, there you already have Alicia's recommendations, which we truly consider very valuable. And as Valeria said, we had a bittersweet experience that we'll tell you about later. We arrived at a paradise on Margarita Island. We're at Cimarron, some properties that are right in front of Playa del Agua. And look at these pools, they're wonderful. Here they have a snack bar, a soda fountain that operates all year round and on weekends. And they also have a little kiosk on the beach where they sell empanadas and you can eat. Again, you can have breakfast here as well as lunch and dinner, everything. Look how spectacular these social areas are. Besides the building structure, all the windows in every apartment are spotless. I mean, super clean. And if that wasn't enough, just look at this view. And keep in mind that today it's pretty cloudy, the weather isn't the best. But yeah, do you have a little way out there? And they arrive at the beach. I mean, look, down there, that's the other kiosk I was telling you about where they sell empanadas and they have access to the beach from the building. This building is incredible. I think it's been my favorite so far. By far. I know Playa del Agua is maybe a little bit far from the city center, but if there are people who want to come for a weekend, they just come by plane and they'll be taking taxis back and forth. You stay here, go to the beach every day, and then come back and enjoy the apartment. I mean, look at the bathrooms in the common areas. They're spectacular. If the bathrooms are this well taken care of and maintained, you can imagine how the rest is. This is Valeri's face, who can't believe this location.
I feel like you're invading my emotions. At this moment, at this point, this is where my dad would say, my grandpa? And how's the chaka over there?
No.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
How spectacular.
From these rocks onward, it's Playa el Agua.
Okay.
This is one of the best condominiums. The restaurant is in perfect condition. I don't know if you can see, the building's facades are spotless. The condominium works very well because there are owners here who live on the island, who spend their weekends here, and they are the ones who take care of all this. So that makes this one of the most immaculate condominiums for me.
I mistakenly said we were right in front of Playa el Agua, but we're actually just a few meters away. Look over there. Those rocks are what separate Playa Parguito from Playa el Agua. So, well, we are actually at Playa Parguito. Sorry for my geographical mistake. Look, here is the entrance to the beach. You go down some small stairs and you're already at the end of Playa Parguito. Also all by yourself for you. They were telling us that the building has a desalination plant. That's why all those gardens are so green, because obviously they practically have unlimited water to irrigate and maintain the green areas. There's also a wastewater treatment plant. So, well, they have everything well done, truly well done. And there's the kiosk I mentioned. They can prepare everything for you there. Right now, because we came during the week, but on weekends, all those little tents you see that are set up here on the beach. You can relax in their shade and lounge chairs. In front, there's the sea, but be careful, because sometimes Playa Parguito can have a lot of waves. But what a beauty. Look ahead, in the distance, you can see Los Frailes. I don't know if you saw the previous video, but we were at Los Frailes, and wow, we were really amazed by those landscapes at Los Frailes. Although I don't want to stray too far from the purpose of this video, which is to show you properties. So let's go inside and show you the apartment. Look, in case one pool wasn't enough for you, here you have another one. And here, Mr. Senor is showing us night photos he took on his phone. The camera doesn't capture them well, but what a sight. Like that, the sea, moon, and stars. No. The apartment. Look, here is the main bedroom. Well, the only bedroom it has. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Here is the bathroom. That piece of furniture is beautiful.
And here is another bathroom.
Here is another bathroom for the
Guests?
guests.
I love that you repeat everything.
I like how you repeat everything.
And the kitchen area.
There's her television, some chairs, the kitchen, and Alicia eating, and Alicia ha.
And the priceless thing about this place here is the view.
And look at this beauty. And that's even though the weather is a bit cloudy again, but the beach is amazing. There's a pool over there. Here's the other pool and all the green areas.
Are you confused? This is one pool. The other is on the opposite side.
Exactly. I went off on a tangent. Yeah, you did. I took out the hypotenuse. How do we set up?
Over there, the
Edge.
Uh-huh.
Well, understand that the island only has one rainy season, which is actually in December. So this cloudy weather is very, very unusual. We pretty much get sunshine all year for anyone not from Venezuela. Yes, except for a few little rainy moments here and there.
Well, we've already been on the island for 10 days, and out of those 10 days, it's rained for 2. Even though it's December, the rainy season, it's only rained for 2 days with 3 more days of bad weather. But after 3 hours, the sky is blue again. I mean, it gets cloudy, but then it clears up.
Yesterday morning was like that, but it cleared up before sunset, got cloudy again, and then opened up for a nice afternoon.
A dream sunset.
I'll send you some sunset videos.
Dream-like yesterday's sunset.
For example, it's cloudy here, but if you head toward the airport or Playa del Yaque, it might be very sunny.
Exactly, that happens too.
How beautiful. Look, this 67 square meter apartment costs $95,000. As you can see, it's practically ready to be lived in. Unless you wanted to do some kind of remodeling or decoration, etc. But everything works perfectly, both bathrooms, the bedroom, the kitchen. Look, this one even has a dishwasher. You can tell it's not modern, but hey, it even has a dishwasher. A dishwasher on a vacation island is a real luxury, isn't it? And here we are entering another apartment in this same Cimarron Suites building. This one looks a bit more renovated. That painting is spectacular. Look at the bathroom. This is super ready. I mean, if the one downstairs was ready, this one is super ready.
It's updated, exactly.
The other one would need a few adjustments because, well, you can tell they made it to their liking and it's unique. But this one is...
It's a good blank canvas with little that needs changing.
The closets are great and the furniture looks beautiful. I'm not sure if they'll leave it, but it's very nice.
The bathrooms are gorgeous, wow.
Here's the other bathroom.
They're big, spacious, and comfortable.
Super big. And wow, that view. No, look how beautiful it is. Here it is. The
kitchen is absolutely beautiful.
The kitchen is renovated and has a granite countertop. Here you have your refrigerator.
And this view is fabulous. This view is worth a lot.
Direct access to the beach. I mean, look, just a few meters from the beach, just a few meters.
I used to say it's worth staying here because it's so nice to walk around the island. It really is great to explore everywhere.
Some people prefer visiting only one place. They stay the whole week just gazing at the sea.
And that's it. So you just enjoy. That's
Even if they visit for just one weekend, it's not worth traveling back and forth to the city center, is it?
Or let's say you want to write a book, you come here, you write your book.
If you want to relax without going anywhere, come here. You have the restaurant, the beach, everything. It's wonderful.
This place is like a dream. I'm showing it to you because I'm a good person.
Because we don't have the budget to buy it, but
No, I wouldn't show it to you because it's truly a gem, a real gem.
look, what a beautiful painting this is. You can tell it's right here at Playa Parguito, right here. with the rainbow, not just a double rainbow, but the full rainbow. I mean, how beautiful. The scenery you can enjoy even on rainy days here on Margarita Island. And if you are wondering how much does this apartment cost, it costs $115,000 for 61 square meters. It's 6 meters smaller than the previous one and $20,000 more expensive. But anyway, you can see that the renovation is more up to date. As Valerie would say, it's newer, it has a super television here. This apartment doesn't need anything done to it at all. You just come to enjoy it, that's it. It has central air, everything. Everything is new. It even comes with these vegetables that last a lifetime. How about it?
Am I leaving while dreaming?
These have easily been our favorites, right?
No, this one, it's crazy. This building, it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. And besides, it's very well maintained because it's right by the sea. But the paint is flawless. The gardens are well taken care of, beautiful.
The pools are working, everything. The
Pools are working. About the restaurant. There are 2 pools, not 1. You have direct access to the beach and a pool.
If you have the money and don't seize this chance,
They're missing out. I think this is something unique.
It's really impressive. How can you get this kind of apartment? And the salt from the Caribbean Sea is very, very corrosive. I mean, we can tell you that we used to live in La Guaira. We weren't right in front of the beach. We were about, let's say, 150 or 200 meters away in a straight line. And if you didn't maintain the window handles and locks practically every month or every 15 days, you had to replace them because they rusted completely. Here, that's not the case. It's only 5 or 10 meters from the beach.
so that says a lot about the condo. Yes, it really speaks well of how the building is maintained.
And like we told you, and like Alicia said, that's one of the most important things to consider when buying a property.
And well, if you're wondering, the condo fee ranges between $120 and $150 a month, depending on the size of the apartment. But anyway, that's what Mr. Yolis, who showed us this place, told us.
If we can't get a loan and you buy the apartment for us, you'll invite us over.
At least you'll invite us. Right, a day at the beach. Let's keep looking.
My dream area in Margarita is called Puerto Real. Why?
It's a beach that's far from Pampatar, which has all the nightlife and restaurants.
Yes, but for me, it has one of the most beautiful and secret beaches in Margarita, which I call Hidden Beach.
I don't know if it has another name.
It's a group of houses very similar to Chana's ranches, but I don't really know. The first time I came was with my dad. We had a really lovely family moment. Then I came with my aunts, my aunt, and my cousins.
We experienced a spectacular moon, and I said, someday I'm going to live here someday.
Being here looking at properties like this, even just to look, feels like wow. Maybe it's closer and more possible than I've always thought.
And for example, the sea is really rough today. There are a lot of waves.
And that's because in December, the waves along this whole coast change and get really rough. Usually you can swim at this beach without issues.
Unlike Chana's ranches, here you have direct beach access. At Chana's, you have to drive down. And keep in mind, you're 5 or 10 minutes from the beach, but here, look, here you literally have direct access to the beach. In fact, we're at the beginning, but there are some houses where, the backyard of the house is the beach. Look, how beautiful. And I remember that the first time I came, Valerie brought me here just for us and the group we came with. And we went into the sea for a while. In fact, we walked and climbed a little hill. I want to mention that the sand is white and there are palm trees for hammocks. I still need to show you the houses that Valerie dreams of. The dream houses of the island. I would have loved to take some aerial shots, but we've already been told that there are people here who don't like their houses being filmed. To avoid going into details, so you'll have to do without the aerial shots for our own safety. It's nice to dream about the future, isn't it? Dreaming is priceless, and I believe that if you dream consciously, especially if you dream while awake, you can achieve any goals you set for yourself. It's true that you have to work very hard. If we started this channel 5 years ago and we live in a rented place, but right? If we hadn't dreamed, we wouldn't have even been able to move to Caracas, you know? If we hadn't dreamed, if we hadn't set goals for ourselves. If we hadn't worked hard, we wouldn't have what we have today. But everything starts with dreaming, and with daydreaming, I mean with conscious dreaming. It's not just about wishing. I'd love a Ferrari at my door, but my salary is $500 a month. No, I mean that actually just ruins your dreams. It's like, look, with what I earn right now, with the prospects I have, can I buy this? That doesn't mean you can't want a Ferrari, you can want one. But what I mean is that you have to be a bit realistic and little by little start increasing those dreams. At the same time, as you grow personally and professionally, as your income increases, and also according to your needs, there are people who might be happy with a little house by the beach, being barefoot all day and enjoying the sea. Well, that's spectacular. And they can be digital nomads because this is an island that's perfect for being a digital nomad. The internet on the island is really, really good. The digital nomads, Alvaro and his partner Chris, are the right people to talk to. I'm going to leave their Instagram here, and if you are digital nomads watching this video and you want to live for a while in the pearl of the Caribbean, in the Caribbean Sea, where there's good weather all year round, even when it's cloudy. The cloudy weather lasts 2 or 3 hours, and it's only for, 15 days a year. You can contact them and they can advise you, they can help you with whatever you need. What a real shame. What a shame that these houses were abandoned. Look, I mean, the kitchen is spectacular. Look, it has its range hood with the original plastic. It has its countertop. They told us that the kitchen and the electrical appliances were removed so they wouldn't end up getting damaged. But well, you can see that the house is a bit abandoned now. Look, here it has a pool that's already built. The view?
As I said, it can't be blocked since that area is a common part of the complex, so construction isn't allowed there.
I mean, you'll always have that view of the sea, even if it's at an angle there, but no,
There's that house. They're an investment that, to combine them, I mean, to buy them and turn them into a single inn, big houses for events. That's what's selling a lot because, well, this area is very sought after because of the privacy of the beach. And there are other beautiful houses that serve as...
Look, you can see they remodeled the house after buying it, adding those large, modern, new windows. Look over here too. And then there's the other house, which is the one we're going to go in and see right now. It also has a pool, but this pool does... They told us that it's a little more worn out. A few repairs need to be done, but wow, look at the little palm trees at the house.
Yes, it needs repair since it has a bill.
Of course, the pool's cracked. What?
In fact, they already told me that the crack is because of the palm trees.
Vida, are you in our pool?
This pool feels just like that. Picture yourself floating here.
Could this be our house? Margariteña?
I don't know, who knows? Look, here we are entering the second house because honestly, this is like a project of two twin houses. What we see here is like the garage. It's like one of those American style garages where you open it up and park the car inside. I don't know what this super machine is for. I have no idea. And well, the house doesn't have electricity, so we have to look at it like this. Wow, look at this. Wow, just look at this kitchen. I mean, maybe you have a kitchen made nowadays and it costs you as much as the house. Look how beautiful these are. Kitchens, washing dishes is enjoyable here.
Right? Wow.
Yes, I wash dishes here, Amor. Did you notice the pool is heart-shaped? I mean, almost. How beautiful. An aerial shot like that floating in the pool must be a very romantic sight. Wow. But look at the whole kitchen. I mean, you can also see that the kitchen finishes are really, really well done. I mean, does it really need maintenance, right?
Has he been up to his tricks? But...
Of course. No, but look, I think even the hinges are in good shape.
Well, actually, we're not going to tell them that yet. We're not going to give anything away.
Exactly.
Let's take it step by step.
Let's take it step by step. Let's take it one thing at a time.
But we know rusty things can be fixed, right?
We already know about these things.
There's a certain movement that now they say the island is land moving. See, these things already, we're seeing engineers, we brought it. They say it's not a deadly illness, that's simply prepared.
It's repaired.
Look at this here.
It has 3 rooms, each room with
Its own bathroom. It's a shame we won't have a little wall. The bathrooms are very well designed.
They're spacious, 3 bedrooms, a living room, that amazing kitchen, the garage for the car. Wow. This room is great. We can raise the blinds a bit so they can see, not the room, I know.
I know this.
age in the pool. The
Room is, of course.
The bathroom is huge.
Look, how convenient.
This exit goes to the pool, so guests don't need to enter the house.
They come to this little bathroom.
Of course.
It's a bathroom that
We have. And here is the master bedroom, which is also spacious. And look at the bathroom. It has a little closet here. Wow.
What is this?
This bathroom is like here, every other room you.
I fall in love. And the other one.
And then he goes to the pool.
How beautiful. This is like marble, right? Coralina.
Coralina. And as Alicia was telling us, it's a project where the owner wants to sell both houses at the same time. So either you have to buy it with someone you know, or buy them all yourself, or it's a chance to reinvent yourself. Either make individual houses or tear everything down and build a really big house. In this complex, there are other houses that are used for events like weddings or big celebrations or things like that. And also the advantage is that it has its own private beach, which is called something like Hidden Beach or Patila Beach. Puerto Real? Yes, that's its name.
Patilla Beach, because it's an area
Where lots of watermelon is grown. Well, the moment of truth has arrived. Alicia, how much does each of these houses cost? Yes.
Is that it? It has a wall site tapistable with manipula mano.
So, both houses with everything we've seen for $120,000. It's almost identical to the apartment we saw before these houses.
These are the most affordable houses in Puerto Real. That's just how it is.
Wow. But keep in mind, I feel like they require an investment. To clarify, I have no construction experience. But from what I've talked about during this whole visit to Margarita, and I don't know why we're talking so much about real estate, could it be destiny that's making us think about having something here in Margarita? That's for sure. It requires a big investment. I mean, I don't know how much it could be, but I would say even double the properties. This is necessary because the kitchen is spectacular, so everything must be torn down to build new houses.
But I think the ideal thing is to make use of the ones that are already there.
That could be. Yes, that could be.
I mean, I've even brought people here. I mean, we have a project to connect the two without having to make a new one.
To tear them down here to...
Demolish them. No, you need to see the houses here. Some completed houses clearly aren't even close to that level.
Of course, of course. There are super luxurious houses in this complex, but the really fancy ones might not be for sale anymore.
There could be. But there could be, but the price just skyrockets.
Rough estimate. Look,
The nice thing about the location of this house is that this view will never go away because this is a protected area of the complex. So nothing can be built there.
No, it's not. So,
These houses aren't located like any of the ones here.
Alicia, a spectacular house like this, luxuriously remodeled in this condominium, well, in this neighborhood, how much could it cost? Ready now?
It can cost you depending on the level of luxury because there are some that have, real luxury. It can cost you $250,000, $300,000 depending, starting from $150,000, sometimes even more.
They're ours, so stop wanting them.
Don't even...
Want them? They're already ours.
Well, Alicia, thank you so much for this whole tour. We saw so many properties and we've fallen even more in love with the island. And hopefully at least one of all the people who watch this video will be encouraged to invest. Like Valerie said, not just money, but love and care, because the island really needs it, and you can already see it. I mean, the last time we came here was 2 years ago. And right now, even though we haven't seen that massive tourism, maybe because we didn't come during the peak tourist season, we have seen more infrastructure, more food options, more entertainment options. We've even seen the beaches with more little restaurants, with more social areas. So I really feel like there's a nice movement happening on the island.
Yeah, there's a beautiful renaissance happening. Something good is developing, and you can feel it in the atmosphere when talking to people. People like you, digital nomads who are coming here, I mean, who see it as a really suitable destination. I'm sure the island will be reborn, and to me, it's one of the best in the Caribbean. So there's no registry for this?
Meh.
I love it. Thank you all really for coming to the island, for showing it this way. Thank you for choosing me. I'm overwhelmed with emotion.
No, really, thank you, Alicia.
An excellent advisor.
A super excellent advisor. Thank you. And well, if by any chance this is your first time on our channel, I invite you to subscribe. If this is your first video about Isla de Margarita, just search Margarita on YouTube. Dos Locos de Viaje lets you fall in love with the island like we did, because we show it all. A bit of gastronomy, nature, infrastructure. I mean,
We create videos on various topics, but our main passion and strength is travel. That's why we're called Dos Locos de Viaje.
This video ends here, but there are many more on our channel. Enjoy and see you next time.